It Girls. It's your girl, Brittany Shields, aka Moira Rose today. And welcome to the It Girl podcast. My It Girl co-host of the week is the legendary mother of the House of Jeté. It's Calypso Jeté Balmain.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. You know,
Let's get some Wendy in there. Let's.
Like, how you doing?
How you doing? You've got the red sequence on for Valentine's.
Thank you. Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova.
Fashion over. Thank you.
Fashion Nova. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Now you're also, because you also came to the It Girl Awards, and one of your daughters is 7, of course.
Yes.
A regular on the podcast for those who are tuning in weekly. And I was like, I can't believe Calypso came. This was so amazing. Yeah. And something 7 said was, well, something Calypso cares about first and foremost is community. That is your top priority. If it's for community, you're going to show up for it. And I know you grew up in the church. Is that sort of part of your... Yeah, look at me. Listen, Brittany did homework. Listen, well, you're a little different than a lot of my guests because you actually have a digital footprint. You have been on the HBO Max, or now it's HBO Max, but I think at
they go back and
forth.
They
go back and forth. But you were on the hit show Legendary. You won season 1. So I've got info on you, girl. I've got info on you. But yes, talk to me about growing up in the church, and did that in any way influence sort of your value system in regards to community?
Yeah, so, I grew up with my grandparents in a little small city, Moreno Valley, in Inland Empire. I grew up in the church my whole life. I was in church, I would say 6 out of 7 days out of the week. And in church, that's where I got into a lot of performing. Like, starting off, I used to marching with the choir. Then I became an usher. I played the drums. I played piano. I was in choir, puppet ministry, praise dance ministry, stomp team. Then I became...
Wait, did you say puppets? Did I?
Yeah, like little puppets where we have to like sing
the church had like a puppet? Oh my God, amazing.
And then I became a youth leader. I was a praise minister. I helped direct the choir. And that all happened because also I was in school. When I was in school, I was in choir in middle school. And I was like, when I got to high school, I got into like jazz choir. And then we had to like audition to be in like the top choirs. So I was in jazz choir, chamber choir, their elite group. From there, I did theater. I was doing dance. And then my sophomore year, I started taking all my classes at the college. So I finished with 7 associate's degrees and a high school diploma.
Oh my God.
By the time I graduated. And at the college, I was over their dance team and I was over their theater club and everything. So it was just performing. And then instead of going off to overseas in Pepperdine University, and I decided to go to Performing Arts College in Hollywood. I went to AMDA.
Yes.
And I was a musical theater major. And then from there, I got my BFA in musical theater and dance because I was hopping back and forth. I graduated early. And then from that experience, when I was in college, became a drag queen.
Yeah.
Then drag queen. I became a woman.
Yes.
I became a showgirl.
The natural pipeline.
Yeah.
The natural pipeline.
It's just like a whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know also being, you won the It Girl Award for Drag Parent of the Year as well as Drag Pioneer of the Year. And I know giving back to the community, mentorship is something that's very important for you. What is something that you look for in children, and like what is it about somebody that draws you to them that says, this is somebody that I want to take on, that I want to sort of mentor?
Honestly, this is gonna sound so cliche, but personality and uniqueness. A lot of the people feel like, oh, I want to be a Jeté because I can dance or everything. I would say all the Jetés do not dance. Like, all the Jetés do not have to be black. All the Jetés don't have to be like the best at everything. I take people who I see they have a passion for what they do, and then they're able to be open to criticism and constructive criticism to grow, to be better. Also look at people of what they do in the community. Are they a person that people don't like? And why do people not like you? Okay, people don't like you because you're turning it and everything. Okay, great. I want you in my house because When I first started drag, I was looked at as an underdog. All people thought I could do was dance. They always be like, "Oh, you don't wear makeup. You can't do this and that." They said all you can do is dance. I used to dance in like 6-inch, 7-inch stiletto heels because that's what they told me I had to do. Then I started seeing all the other girls like, they don't like look thigh high boot and everything. And I'll be honest, when I first started, I wasn't the best at makeup.
No.
I was the best at makeup. I actually
that's where I'm at. Yeah.
had to go with you. If I show you pictures of me when I first started,
thank
you're gonna be like that. I would say
you.
the first thing, the only thing they told me that I look like a girl, because that's all I knew how to do. I don't know how to do like girl makeup. I will just put on foundation, eyeshadow, garage door, and I had the human hair wig, and I would just go out there and go twirl. But I did it because I had fun.
Right.
Then it became very competitive. I started doing competitions and working with like the Drag Race girls and getting their like feedback. And then nobody wanted to help me. So I always had to look at other girls and be like, oh, they're doing that. One day I took black eyeshadow and put it on my face. And went, oh. And then I was out there looking crazy. But it was a learning process. Like
it's trial and error.
I was tucking with duct tape. And there was only one queen. Yes.
Oh, damn.
I used saran wrap, duct tape, everything.
That's right, because you didn't really have a mother.
I never had
when you were in when you were first coming out.
I think the only people who ever helped me career-wise was Exotica Erotica, rest in peace. That was my sister. She she took me to a club one day in Pomona, because I was always shopping out Pomona, and she told me what banana powder was. She's like, you need this because you're a black girl and black girls have to use this. I said, well, let me go get some banana powder. And I was just putting that banana powder on.
Yeah, I don't know what banana powder is. What is it?
It's a setting powder. It's more of a goldish yellowish.
Okay.
So we can, And
it's better for black skin?
Yeah. I say darker complexion girls, banana powder, it gives you a brightening highlight. She introduced me to that, and from there, that's when it took off. Because I was just taking Clown White and just putting Clown White, and I was looking crazy.
Yeah.
And then from performance-wise, there was this trans woman named Viva Sex who took me under her wing, and I used to perform at the Palms. There used to be this trans club called the Palms in West Hollywood, and they would do shows. That's where I met.
Where was it? What location is it now?
You know where? Across from Trader Joe's is where that gym is.
Yes,
right there.
John Reed Fitness,
Shake Shack.
Yes.
It used to be right there.
Okay.
They used to have me in there, and I was underage, and they used to have me in there performing. And then when all the adult stuff happened, they had me go downstairs. But I met a lot of girls. Like I met a lot of girls within the trans community that really helped me out. Like Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye, that's my auntie. Down. She was always making sure I was good. She always looked out for me. Amaya, she taught me how to be seductive and sell the fantasy with my eyes and the eye contact, the drawing people in without having to like buck all the time.
Right.
Viva Sex.
Be a little softer.
Yeah. Viva Sex, she taught me how to get my money. She said, don't ever let nobody ever play with your money. Like the girl, then there was Gia Ryan. She was the dancing girl for them. She always taught me like new tricks and techniques, how to like move my body and like how to like, have more control. Cause I was so excited. So I was just so happy and just wow.
Yeah.
She taught me how to control myself. So I take those things that I've learned from them and girls throughout the years and apply that.
Yeah.
And I try to give that back, not only to my drag kids, but to anybody I see who might need help, because I honestly, I want everybody to work in the show. If everybody can work in the show and make money, I want everybody to make money. It's hard right now.
Absolutely. Yes.
And so it just takes a little bit of crafting, especially, this is going to sound crazy, but it's Black History Month.
Teach the children.
West Hollywood, when I first came to West Hollywood, Black queens were not a thing.
Yes, we've talked about that before.
Black queens were not a thing. And being able to be in the same spaces as a lot of these girls now, I feel so honored and blessed. And that's why I always stay so humble, because it was hard for me coming up.
Yeah.
Like the girls who I work with today did not like me.
Well, you fought for these spaces.
Exactly. Yeah. They did not like me. They used to talk about me.
Well, and some of them still don't.
And they don't. But guess what? Yeah. They'll never say it to my face, because they learned at room service that I have a mouth on me.
Yes.
And so that's why I've always been quiet to myself. I try to stay to myself, but I will speak up.
Yeah.
When needed.
Absolutely.
And I just make sure that everybody else is good and ready to go.
Well, and you brought it up a little bit. How are you feeling about, because I just performed at Club Cobra, and there was a trans event following the event that I was judging at, and I was like, you know, I actually don't see a ton of trans, like, directed towards the trans community, like, events. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think, are there more spaces than I'm aware of just being a cis performer, or like?
To be honest with you, for trans girls,
Yeah.
not really. The thing about it is, majority of, and no shade, a majority of a lot of my sisters work in sex work. And people always shame sex work, like this is like a bad thing, but like sex work is the oldest
It's still work.
form of work, baby.
Yeah,
and like people
absolutely.
need to get their money.
Yeah.
No shade.
Yeah.
Since a lot of times trans women are fetishized and everything, we might as well, you know, if you're gonna fetishize me,
right,
I might as
get a coin.
Get my coin for it. As far as like, I've tried to create trans shows in West Hollywood, in spaces, but a lot of the club owners, they don't really care for it. I think a lot of times, this is just what I feel.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of times people just look at trans women performers as like, out here as like, girl, they just want to come out and be naked and everything. I will give it, like, some of my sisters, they don't know their words, but a lot of drag queens don't know their words.
Oh yeah, that's across the board. That's not just trans women. That's across the board.
And so, but I feel like, you know, that shouldn't be taken away from them.
Yeah.
And a lot of spaces that do have like trans events are kind of segregated. Like it's like a race thing. Like,
yeah,
no shade, I love Club Cobra down, but I know when I enter Club Cobra, I have to play my cards right. I teach girls that all the time.
What does that mean? Yeah.
So there's certain spaces that when you go into, you have to know, like, you have to know your audience. It's about knowing your audience.
Yeah.
I've gone to Cobra and I performed, and I'll go do Beyoncé.
Yeah, right.
Beyonce is like a worldwide entity. You know, everybody knows Beyonce.
Yes, yeah.
Rihanna.
Yes.
That's like me going in there doing, like, I'm trying to think about artists that I would go in there and do. Like Chloe Bailey. The people might be like, it was a good performance, but they're probably not gonna intake it more as like some of my Latin sisters come in. They do like Selena, Jenny Rivera, Evie Queen. You know, Club Cobra is a more Spanish, you know, like
Latina,
Mexican, Latina club, for the girls and everything. So I always know, like, when I come in there, play my cards right if I want to maximize
to be
my money.
Successful.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, just like performing at the Abbey, like, you have to know your crowd. When I tell girls to come perform, know your crowd. It's not about going out there doing like a 10-minute mix, like 10-minute mix, and you have to, like, a lot of girls come up there and they try to Vogue and everything. They look at me when they're doing the competition and they Vogue and be like, you don't got to do that to impress me.
Right.
I tell girls, be yourself.
Yes.
Being yourself and knowing your audience. Like, when you look out there and you see the crowd, you know, like, okay, me doing like 50 splits, tricks, and everything, and knowing I'm not a dancing queen, which is good to take risks, but knowing, like, when you're in a competition, I always tell when you're in a competition, bring your best.
Right.
So,
right.
Like, take risk later on in the competition if it's a extended competition.
Yeah.
But play to your strengths. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't think a lot of girls understand that yet.
They're trying to give you what they think you want instead of like what they actually want.
Or they take on a lot of personality from these quote unquote drag mothers or quote unquote RuPaul Drag Race girls.
Yes. And they're trying to emulate somebody else that they've seen.
It's not them. That's why when I always tell people, I always tell performers, like, I don't see you. Like, who are you? I always ask people, like, who are you as a performer? If I ask you, like, who's Britney Shields? Who's Britney Shields? What do you want? And when you tell me that, that's what I want people to take from you. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's why, and people don't know this about me, but like, I've been performing for a much longer time than I've been doing drag. So I feel like I've had more time to develop my point of view than I feel like a lot of drag artists do. And that's one of the hardest things to come up with, is like, how do you see the world versus the girl next to you? You know, like, what is it about your performance that only you could be doing this performance? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. I always wanted to, like, I used to tell people, like, when I first started, my goal was to be on RuPaul's Drag Race. After that, I would love to be on RuPaul's Drag Race for my platform so I could do more for the community. Yeah. Like, I would give back so much community. I would do a competition, give out $10,000 for 4 weeks versus, like, you know, them doing all the trainings for it. But as I got more into who I was as a person, I started to feel like I don't really need Drag Race to, like, have that platform. I can boost myself up, and I've done
Well,
it.
and also you've won a reality competition, you know? And I was also going to ask because, you know, it kind of seemed like in 2018 with Pose and then 2020 with Legendary, of course, it seemed like Ballroom was finally getting the people who are actually a part of Ballroom to be the ones making content about Ballroom as opposed to it being stolen by a white performer and then like, you know, mainstreamed or homogenized basically. Like how is the ballroom community feeling, because of course those shows aren't on air anymore? How it's always with any subculture, it sort of struggles with, let's keep this to ourselves, like let's keep this an insider club and not like water it down for the masses, versus like, but you still want that exposure. Like where do you feel with that, and like how do you feel like the community at large sort of feels about that?
I feel like, for example, I think Legendary was a great opportunity for us. Like
Mm-hmm.
Legendary really boosted a lot of things in my career, and anybody who took advantage of the things from Legendary, like you
Yeah.
have to playing your strengths, playing your cards right. Um, just being in ballroom, traveling for balls and everything, I see so many different people, and there's so much talent within the ballroom community. But
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it, and a lot of the people do not get the credit that they deserve because it always gets taken or
Right.
stolen, and somebody else always says like this is. I feel no shade. Legendary was a good look into a little bit of the lives of ballroom, but Legendary was not the best depiction of what a ball is.
Yeah.
And so when I say that, you have to go to a ball. You really have to honestly go to a ball to experience a ball. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
so many moving parts. Like
Yes.
Legendary gave us a lot of stuff handed to us that we got to like, manipulate to like suit us,
Yeah.
versus when you're at a ball, it's kind of like think of your feet. Like we don't get outfits handed to us. We have to go out there and go get it by any means. And
Right.
we got to make ourselves. If our outfit rips right there, we don't have makeup artists and hairstylists
Yeah.
to fix us. Those
Right.
are things we have to pay for on our own. Even
Mm-hmm.
at one point, I stopped getting my makeup done on Legendary because my face broke out, and I did my makeup for the whole season.
Yeah.
And like people don't have that luxury because not every this is some for a lot of kids in ballroom. Ballroom is survival.
Mm-hmm.
They walk balls, they win prizes for the money to eat, sleep the next day,
Mm.
or just to feel good about themselves because the world is hard.
Yes. Yeah.
Um
It's a place where they can be successful. Otherwise, in a
exactly.
world that otherwise tells them they can't be for who they are or what they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they get to create so many things. So it's so crazy. Like when you see like artists and people take away and be like, we're gonna put Voguing in this music video and we don't have it. No shade.
Mm-hmm.
Love our good girl Beyonce down. But like for her not to have any femme queens in like the Renaissance store, and femme queens were like the epitome of Voguing. Like that's the start of Voguing, the
Yeah.
foundation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Voguing feminine. Like not to have any femme queen performance women on there, and it could be like Naomi, like you could have
Right.
brought
Yeah.
Naomi,
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Bring
or like
out the big
just
guns.
even having
Big
femme queens
guns.
on the
Yeah.
set, even having femme queens on the set because people audition, but having them on
Right.
the set to like come out there like walk face or showcase
Uh-huh.
like runway or something.
Yeah.
Power to the people that got on there that are in ballroom because
Right.
that's still like a big win for us.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
also for like the trans community, that's like if
It would be great
or
to
put in
have
the
that
back
right
burner
now.
again.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
No shade. It's
That's
like
that's how it feels for me, like looking at it is like, okay, like it felt like there was this moment where we were like, yes, let's give this spotlight finally to the people who have created this culture, you know? And now it feels like we're backsliding, but I wonder if, you know,
no, but I think that's just a thing in culture in general.
mm,
And I always stand hard for my trans community because
yeah,
I just feel like the trans community does so much for people that people don't know.
yeah,
Like being mothers to people, like
mm-hmm,
doing whatever they need to survive and helping others to survive. Like no
mm,
shade. We gave you pride. Look at pride now.
yeah,
Like you would think
yeah,
like there's a
right,
trans woman at the top of every pride, headlining pride every year,
yeah,
everything. That's not a thing. Like
right, I
you
know.
get what I'm saying? Like we don't have like that many trans shows. We don't even have that many trans
Spaces,
performers
yeah,
in shows. And
mm-hmm,
it was so crazy. I went to a club that this is just has to do in the same realm. But I went to a show last week I'm not gonna say what show because it'll be a little messy. But I went on the show last week and I was like, oh my God, you guys have like an all black cast. It's like the Black History Month show. I was joking around.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we gave you guys 28 days. And I said, oh. I said, okay.
Okay.
And it was just so crazy because then when I was looking at the audience, like I was looking at the audience and watching the performers.
Yeah.
I was watching the girls who normally perform there and they get their life from the audience and like their friends.
Right.
But when I watched them watch these black performers perform,
you didn't see the same.
They weren't clapping anything. I recorded them on my phone and everything.
Oh.
Like I recorded them. I watched them. Exactly. Because I said, this is crazy. Like I saw some of them roll their eyes at the girls and everything. I'm just like, that's just so crazy because you know, we want to create safe spaces, but we can't have safe spaces like that. And it's not just because it's Black History Month, but just like these just are your peers. General. Like these are your peers. This is a community. Yeah. So the same way I see that with the Black community, I hate when it's a Black trans girl because then it's 2 times more. Yeah. Like I not only do I get hate for my sexuality, but I get hate because of my race.
Yeah. And identity. Yeah.
And then you take that, and then we take that and we go to ballroom, and ballroom's supposed to be another safe space. And although we have our fun, unless you're within ballroom and you understand, like people don't get that. Like in ballroom, you could be Beyoncé the first day. The next day at the next ball, you're nobody.
Oh, yes.
Like
I see what you mean. Yeah.
It's very much that. Like I think a lot of my
that's LA too. Yeah, I mean the machine rotating. Is always going and like it exhausts a lot of girls. I know, and you really do. It is a constant reinvention and everything like that.
I tell people you just gotta be on. Play your cards and be on top of everything. Play your cards. Be on top of it. If you're on top of it, you know, you stay at the top, you know?
Totally. Yeah, well, and I know how, for a lot of the baby queens and the newer queens, I know how much it means to get your feedback at things like lip service because you have, you know, you are such an experienced performer and you do have this training and this background. Talk to me about lip service and how you got involved with Illusia and like what's that relationship like?
So when I first met Illusia, Missy, Barbie, and them, I was working at Rage. I used to host my own show at Rage.
Rage, you know that was my first gay club ever.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Come on, Rage. Yeah, I used to host
18 and up.
Yes, I used to host my own Thursdays there, and Glenn Allen asked me to be in his oh my God, why am I gonna forget the name of it? Dream Girls, the Dream Girls Review.
Yeah.
I was in the Dream Girls Review, and I got to perform. I got to perform Dream Girls Review. That's the first night I met Misty, Illusia, Barbie. They sat in the front row. Girl, they did not like me. It gave, who are you? Blah, blah, blah. From there, I had got word from them talking that they were doing a lip service competition. I went to the lip service competition, my first one. I performed. I lost. Vicky Vox was the judge. Vicky Vox came out there. She read me to filth. Like, she read me to pieces. Like, I thought I was at a ball. Like, Vicky Vox read me down. Yeah. And so I said, oh, and back then I used to be so hard on myself. I'm a Virgo, so I'm a
okay,
perfectionist.
I see that.
I used to be so hard on myself. I used to cry. Like I used to be like, fuck. Like I fucked up. My friends be like this. I then said, I need to go back. I went back and I won my preliminary round. Yeah, and then they were giving out $1,000. I remember I said, you know what? I need to go in there and I want to be part of the show and I need to show these people. I went in there. And I did 2 numbers. I did my 2 numbers. I did my Jennifer Hudson, and then I did this milkshake number. I brought in 12 dancers. I made a card, made a whole set.
Oh my God, that is production. I thought I was production. That's production.
And I was like, I'm gonna like bring it to life, and I ended up winning. From there, I got into lip service, and it was back then. It was different. We used to have like a rotating cast of girls, different girls, drag race girls, show girls, and that's when I used to be in my bag. I used to be switching my hair, makeup. I used to do makeup changes.
You would do full different look.
Take off my face, put a full face. And then after COVID, things started slowing down. Like
so absolutely.
That was like the shift where
absolutely there was a huge cultural shift at that time.
And it just things became tight. And so we have to like circle up. But show from lip service. I participated in Showgirls. I participated almost every show in West Hollywood.
And what would you say is I mean, you've touched on it a little bit, but like what would you say is like the biggest like cultural difference between like the ballroom scene and the drag scene? Like, because those feel very like distinct to me as well.
I would say the main difference is the drag race competitive. Ballroom is competitive. Ballroom, you have to understand there's one winner. What like at the end of the night, only one person can win the category, unless like you're in like in a house, like you win at the house. But only one person can win. With that being said, unlike a drag show where you go and perform and like like get feedback from the judges, at a ball, like you walk category, you get chopped. You get chopped.
Right.
That's it.
You don't even hear. You don't even hear back.
You go on with your day.
Yeah.
I try to play it smart. Like whenever I get made for a ball, I like to use it for my drag, so I'm not just wasting money. But drag, like balls, I'm spending like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 like on everything to go compete for a category that's only probably giving out $2,000, $3,000. But it's like the recognition and the impact you make and the like. I don't know.
The impression.
It's the impression that you leave because like you get to inspire so many. And then me being not only a house mother of my drag house, I'm a house mother to my ballroom houses, and within my ballroom house, there's other kids in the other states and countries that I have to take care and look out for. That's like 100 to 200 plus people that I'm always checking in on and making sure that I got to make sure they're good to go walk. I'm good to go walk. We're not wasting a whole flight to New York. To go walk what category.
To just go get chopped.
And lose.
Yeah, like, right.
I feel what ballroom teaches you is you have to be on at all times. Like, you have to be on. Like, it's not just like a thing where I can just go in and be like, okay, my wig a little crooked today, my makeup a little messed up today. And we're going to get through. Your friends are going to tell you good. Ballroom, they'll let you know.
Okay.
And that's why I like to have friends that let me know, like, I'd be like, oh, my performance sucked today. And my friends be like, yeah, it did. We seen you do better. I have
you like that. Yeah.
I like when people are honest with me.
Yeah.
Because I feel today with a lot of queens, their friends hype them up so much and they go out there and they look crazy.
Yeah.
And I know in their head they're probably thinking like, oh, I'm fucking about, like, they look crazy because I feel like, going back to it, they don't have their own unique style performing and know who they are.
Right.
So since you don't know who you are, it kind of fucks up. Ballroom is kind of that same space where you got to know who you are to succeed. Because you're working yourself from being like nobody to a legend or an icon. Yeah. So it's always like stepping stones. You have to stay on top of it. Because one day, like I said, you're Beyonce. The next day, you're nobody.
Forgotten. Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But the payoff is good. When you do the work, the payoff works out in the long run.
Well, and that's what makes you a pioneer, baby. I literally could just like talk to you the entire time about you. You're a talker, girl. You're a talker, girl.
They were messy yet.
Yes. Well, and also, I mean, it just like, it's so full circle because, even just talking about your upbringing, being a part of all those programs and all those different things, juggling different kids, different competitions, different shows, yourself, all the children that you say you're looking out for, it's like, damn, you can see the roots of that starting very, very early on. So that's like so cool.
Yes, I'll be like,
it's really exhausting. Well, I know I said I was gonna get a little shady, but I feel like you already kind of covered all.
Okay.
I feel like you threw the shade that you wanted to there. So now we're gonna get to our It Girls of the Week.
Okay.
This is somebody who is trending nationwide, worldwide, for gay people, straight people, people in Oklahoma, people in California, all over the place. Do you have your It Girl in mind of who's trending? Do you have it in mind? Because we're going to guess it at the same time.
Okay, yes.
Yes? Okay. Oh, wait. Actually, I'm going to decide mine. Okay.
But mine's not a girl.
It's okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. America's Next Top Model. Oh, nice. We said, you said Bad Bunny. I said America's Next Top Model. Because have you seen that they are
starting a new season?
They're starting a new season, yes. And then they also did the they have that documentary out on Netflix.
Oh yes,
right now,
yes.
Revisiting sort of the trauma of like creating reality television in you know, in the early aughts, and it being the Wild West, and like not knowing like what's right, what's wrong, and you know,
Yeah, that was definitely.
Oh, it's like it's wild. Have you seen any of
No,
it
I
yet?
haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I just started episode 1 today. I've just been seeing like the clips and stuff. But did you know that Miss J had a stroke and like Tyra has not visited them yet?
I mean,
That doesn't surprise you?
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Tyra's very much a person I see as it's me, what pays
Yeah.
my bills, what goes on. And I mean, not everybody is like your friend. Let's just say that. Like,
This is an industry.
it is.
We're coworkers.
And
Yeah.
people, I feel like in Tyra's, just like American Net Top Model, I feel Tyra gives very much. Anybody can be replaced.
Yes, right. Yeah, well, and she did replace her best. That's one of the things that they started to touch on in the show, is that, you know, they said you need to fire Mr. and Mrs. J, like fire Mr. and Mrs. J so we can replace them, and you know, she did.
Yeah, I feel like that in any reality television setting, like even on Legendary, that they gave that, like it was like, you do something, stuff went wrong. What's in the house home? Or like, we don't got enough people. Watch this. We could create. That's what, like, that was a bad thing about Legendary season 2. Like, they just started creating houses. Houses just started getting created from people who are already in houses because they didn't have enough members from each house. So they just started creating houses, or taking people from other houses and having to work together in a house that they're not in to like make the show happen. And no shade, that's another thing that, going back to playing your cards, you have to know, like, sometimes do you sacrifice your humility and yourself to get that role on the TV show?
Yeah.
And and you might need that. You might need the money. It might make a difference. And I say, when people take those chances, show out. Show as much as who you are all the time. But
well, and did I mean, I've been in this city for a long time, and I've seen various levels of fame and success happen to certain people. Did the fame change any of the relationships from Legendary as well?
With the people from the show,
with the people, or just cast members in general.
Yeah, I mean, like, to this day, we get shaded still. Like, people be like, "Oh, you should have won," or the crazy thing is, like, my own ballroom house of Balmain, like, from all the other coasts, they read us. Like, they were like, "We didn't feel like you guys should have been on there anyway because of blah 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 blah, this, that. We feel like we were better off for the show, that we have more talent." People, the true feelings about people don't come out until things start happening, and like people see you expanding.
Yes. I know, it's so interesting, and success is such a perception, right? Like it might look like you're winning and succeeding, but like you're actually struggling with bills, and like
people think I'm rich. Like, people think,
right.
People think you live in a house, you take care of all these kids, that you're rich. I'd be like, I wouldn't consider myself rich. I don't think I'm poor. I think I'm well off. Like, I manage my money. I do the things that I need to do with my money to make my money last long and take care of others. But people would have thought, when I first did Legend, people like, "You won $100,000. They thought I won $100,000 by myself. Like, I'm just walking around with $100,000.
Right.
I was like, that would have been a different story.
Yeah.
In reality, we all got split $20,000 after taxes and everything.
Yeah, it's like it dwindled to taxes, nothing.
I was like at like 11,000 because they took out taxes here, New York, and everything.
In New York and everything.
Like, yeah. And so, like, after that, $11,000, people like, that's a lot of money. $11,000 to me
doesn't
is like
spread and you're talking about spending $6,000 on a single ball.
Exactly.
It's like that money disappears quickly, especially
like,
right now.
And like, even back then during COVID, like, there was not much, like, we got it during COVID after like the show aired. There wasn't much that we could go do, but like, even just still, like, during that time, we have to go buy food. I mean, I was gone for months, so pay my rent. Like, luckily it was nice. I caught up on my rent for the 4 months I was out. Then during COVID, I wasn't working as much because of COVID.
Yeah.
I used to be a high school teacher. I couldn't go teach at the school because there was no school to go to.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Like, and performing arts was one of the first programs to get cut because they had.
I know my mom is a drama teacher, and it's like, how do you teach drama online? It's like, they
want to dance classes online. I was like, I'm not waking up 9 o'clock in the morning. Teaching dance classes online. The kids not even on the Zoom. I did it one day. Kids weren't even on the Zoom. Everything. I said, this is a lot. Some kids don't even have internet. I said, so during that time, like $10,000 went. Like nothing. Even when I touch money today, I'll do a gig and they'd be like, oh my God, like how much is the gig paying? I'd be like, oh, I got like $2,000 from the gig. I'd be like, girl, that $2,000 is gone within like the first 3 days of rent, outfit, paying dancers. And I'm paying my dancers like $150 to like $340 each. Like, I don't believe in people working for free. So
no, you have to pay your people.
Exactly. So it's just like, what? Like,
absolutely. Well, and you said Bad Bunny.
Yes.
We guessed Bad Bunny last week. As the it girl.
Who was the it girl last week with you?
The it girl last week was Lauren Bernal.
Fuck Lauren Bernal. No, I'm joking.
Which she has your sister Kyra Jeté in her upcoming show. Turning Point US Gay. She's playing, I think Kyra's playing Candace Owens.
Wow, this is gonna be interesting. Kyra don't know nothing about no politics.
Oh really?
No, she don't know about dick.
Oh my God. Amazing. But yeah, how'd you feel about the Bad Bunny performance?
Oh my God, I thought that was I love performances that have a message and a story and a meaning. Like, it was to the community, to community at large. And especially with my Latin brothers and sisters, with everything they're going through, like, that was a very inspirational performance. Just like the year before with Kendrick Lamar, you know, it was like towards the people of color. Like, I just feel like performances like that really make an impact on people's lives. Like, just being at the Super Bowl watch party, and like there was people crying. Like, they were like,
oh, I know.
Yeah, they were like, that really touched home, especially with everything that's happening right now. And that's when I'd be like, we got to band together, because there's always this separation, but at the end of the day, like, we all like bleed the same blood. Like,
absolutely.
Especially we're all in West Hollywood, like, we all gay, girl.
Well, and also West Hollywood was so activated. Like, there were so many watch parties, so many people out, and like, I've done Grammy watch parties, Oscar watch parties, but like for Super Bowl, I was like, damn, I didn't know y'all cared about sports this much.
I don't think they cared about sports.
No, I think they cared about Bad Bunny.
I was like, y'all watch Super Bowl, like, I was like, I have forgot for a second that Bad Bunny was even like because the crazy thing is, for the longest, I was asking before up to Super Bowl, who's performing at the Super Bowl, because unlike recent years, you know, they always promoted like so-and-so's performance, so-and-so is very big. I feel like Bad Bunny didn't get that much exposure as he should have.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I felt like there was so much debate around him leading up to it, though.
Oh, wow. No, I mean, on my end.
Not on your end? Okay.
I like, because I was asking people like, Bad Bunny performed the Super Bowl? I was like, oh, okay. Like, it wasn't really like a big topic, but then it happened.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, the whole White House was up in arms about it happening, and then Kid Rock had his rival show going on, and there was a whole bunch of mess around it just leading up to it. Did you have any, like, what do you typically like? How do you consume media? Like, are you a Netflix girly? Are you an Instagram, TikTok?
I do a lot, like.
Or are you so busy, like, in real life?
No, I like Facebook, Instagram. Like, I'm on there. I peep through. When I do have time, I don't get home till so late. When I do have time to watch TV, like, I'll go and I normally just watch like Law and Order SVU. Go on my day. My best friend, he's into politics. He's into politics. So.
Yeah, well, the other it girl I was gonna guess was Pam Bondi.
Yes. Was
that the other one you were gonna say? I know, Pam Bondi.
Mind you, that was for the third question we were gonna ask you. I was gonna use her for the third question.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she was my. But I mean, it could trickle into that.
Oh, yeah. She was going to be your it girl who got away?
No.
Oh, niche girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's get into our niche girls. So niche girls of the week. This is somebody who's trending specifically in our timelines that might not necessarily be trending for everybody. So you were going to say Pam Bondi for yours?
And the reason why is because I can't stand her.
No.
But when she was when they were at that conference and she was talking, she gave me so much like, it was so like shady. It's like no shade. She gives me the type of person like how much they talk about like trans and gay people all the time. Like the whole, I just feel like they have like trans and gay friends that are part of the community that the community don't want to know. Like they fuck around with them. Like because it was just like what's the other lady's name?
Kristi Noem,
who says tranny.
Nancy Grace?
Yeah, Nancy.
Yeah.
The way she just says tranny. Now, the funny thing about that word is like in ballroom, when we go to balls, like that's a word we just use regularly.
Right.
Like, oh girl, she's a tranny. But the way she says it as like she hangs out with the ballroom girls. Like it's like
oh my God. My God.
It's so crazy. This word is just so like
you're like, did I see her at the last ball?
Yeah, was she there? Like it gives like no shade. The word is so like to people it's so offensive, but like with us in ballroom, it's just like a word that we just use. Like, be like, girl, oh yeah, girl, like that's a tranny, blah blah blah.
Right.
The way she says it, it's kind of like it gives me like the ballroom girls because it's like she says it just so like slick off the tongue. If not like somebody else who says it, like an old person would say to be like,
oh, like it feels cumbersome and like you can tell that they
because people don't normally say tranny, they normally say transsexual.
Yes,
that's a transsexual, or that's a man, or that's a transgender.
Oh, interesting.
Tranny is like one of the words that like I only hear within the community. And so like even when Pam Bondi was talking at the conference, just the way like they were asking her a question and she was just like throw it off with like her shade. It wasn't like it was not normal. It's not normal for like a cis white woman
to have shade at the ready like that.
Like just so quick off the tongue. It's like it's like she has friends who like she like kikis on the side with like, girl, teach me that. Even like her hand movement, was just like, oh. No, we're not doing that today. Anyway, what I was talking about was, in my book, California has blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
she had her little burn book there.
Yeah, and I was like, this does not give me like a normal cis Republican white woman. This gives me somebody who like.
So do you think she does actually? Or like just.
No shit.
No.
Now, let me give you some background on
Okay.
I have had in my life my fair share of Republican NDAs signed.
Really?
To engage in like things. A lot of celebrity Republicans too. And like hanging out with them in spaces with some more of the girls that I know because they wanted the fantasy of the woman fantasy.
Yeah.
The way they talk behind closed doors gave like they've been dealing with a lot of people within the community. They know the words. Like there's certain words in the community that we use, like the word date. Like if I say like I'm about to do a date, what did you think I'm talking about?
Like just meeting up with somebody?
Yeah.
What like would be
a date? A date is like I have a client.
Oh, yes.
Like so if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get a date. I have a date right now.
Okay.
That's like I have a client.
Gotcha.
Like the way they would talk, they'd be like, oh yeah, like the girls come here and like I have a date for them and like I give them their coin. I don't hear regular cisgender
people
heteronormative people saying the word coin. Coin is
coin.
Like,
yes.
Get a coin and stuff. So
interesting.
Exactly. So I was telling my best friend because he's into politics. I was like, I feel like they have some friends in the community that really like, and like when I told him that, he went back to Nancy Grace, he looked at like, you're absolutely right. The way she just says like, that's a tranny in the bathroom. Like there are trannies around our kids. Most people are not saying the word like,
yeah.
And the way she says it is, I don't know. It sounds crazy, but there's just a way that she says it. Like, when you go home,
she's too familiar.
Yeah, when you go home, go on like just type in ballroom clips and like film queens that like put like film queens at the ball and everything, and like aftermaths, type in aftermaths after balls, and you'll hear like the girls go around and be like, "Oh, that's a tranny girl. She was in the bathroom and like like it gets very much that with the hand and mannerisms and everything."
Okay. Yeah. Well, how do you feel? I mean, like, how does it feel to like go on these dates with these Republican congressmen and everything, and to know that they're like actively like litigating against you and against our community?
It's crazy because like I've sat down and talked with some, and I've had conversations like, oh, so like you don't like trans people, but like you like this, and it's to them, this is like I'm a keyword for people don't know. I'm a dominatrix. So
Oh,
like they like that, like they like
yes.
that power exchange, like they have so much
Uh-huh.
power. They like somebody to dominate them so they can be submissive.
Yeah.
Or just talking with them, and like some I've had some where they be like, honestly, they don't really care. They don't
Mm-hmm.
really care. It's a paycheck for them,
Right.
and if what pays the bills. It's easier to agree for a large group of people than to debate against a large group of people. And I will talk to some of them, like there used to be this one
They're
person.
just doing a job. They're like, "Oh, I'm
Yeah,
just doing a job. I'm in this role and I'm just
there
clocking
used to be this
in."
one person. I used to try to convince him so much, like, you should really like fight
Uh-huh.
for like, like black trans women's rights and everything because like you like us so much. And he
Yeah, but
was
don't you
like,
do it like, "Bitch, you better," you like, as a dominatrix, aren't you
oh,
like, "Bitch, you better."
like that's during the session, but after the
Oh,
session, like just
okay.
sitting down, have a conversation
Oh,
with them,
gotcha.
like they would be like, they would they would want to, but then the backlash because what
Mm,
happens is when you start fighting for them, then people start looking at you like, why are you fighting for these people? You get
right.
what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like there's already a group of people that already are gonna fight for the right there because they have kids. But like when you're like a person you singled out and you're sitting in a meeting, no shade. And I can see where he feels. Like this is like goes back to like that fetishization of trans individual. There could be a person who supports us so much and like loves to like hook up with us and everything, but they can never admit it to the world because of what the backlash might be.
Yeah.
Like, they can lose their job. I feel like I'm
Right.
a
Their
booger.
livelihood and
Exactly.
everything.
And like just people start questioning like, why are you so like invested in
Yeah.
like
Well, and that's the thing is like, and Pam Bondi talks about like, we can't release the Epstein files because the whole system as we know it would collapse. Like if people actually were like, if it was all exposed the way that if all of this was just like out in the open, then it would just like collapse the system as we know
yeah,
it.
because when we were talking about Epstein files, when we were talking about the Epstein files in with my roommate, he was like, "Oh my god, did you know they were like eating kids and like
Yeah.
people?" And I was like, it doesn't really surprise me. Like based off the things that I have in my career seen around just in Hollywood Hills. Like we was going to
Wow.
party.
Oh
I
damn.
went to this party one time. I'm not gonna tell you who, because I just signed an NDA, but I went to a party one time, and when I walked in, they had people like as furniture. Like the people were naked as furniture, like lamps and like food on top of them. They would like eat off the people and everything. Like it was pretty like thing.
Eyes wide shut shit.
I performed for the Princess of Saudi Arabia one time for her party. She had this huge extravagant house, all this food and everything laid out. There was like 5 of them there. It was her and like 4 of their friends. And then there was like the security guard. The security guard is the one who got me the gig. Because he
Yeah.
said that she requested me. Went over there to this house on Mulholland Drive, up on the hill. I was in there. Literally, this girl, I kid you not, paid me $4,000 to go in there and do one number,
Yeah.
and just sit eat with them. And it was just 5 of her friends. But it was like this huge like party setup. And just like, yeah, they just like a lot of people have experienced just like spending money here. Like
Oh my god,
I
my
just
my mouth is like on the floor for this.
yeah,
Yeah.
like if you ask any of my kids, like Cornbread, Kyra, and them, those people, they will tell you like Calypso, she's had us in places that you would never expect to be in. Like I've been in
Yeah.
some rooms with people and I'd be like, oh, and I used to tell my friends and stuff, and then people be like, oh no, you're just making a I still like there's still people I have contact with today that like were flying me out places and everything. I used to
Damn.
really like be on top of it. That's why like things today don't surprise me. Like a lot of things don't surprise me. Like they're eating kids. Girl, I probably bet they were eating kids. Okay, like
Oh god. I mean, It's so sickening though. Like
It is. It is, but it's so crazy when you talk to these people. It's still sick. But when you talk to these people, the way these people will sell it to you as if like they did not do nothing wrong,
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it. If you weren't as level headed and just
yeah,
a naive person, you probably would just go along with them and believe it. And a lot of times in my things, I'd be like, this is really wrong, but like honestly, you're giving me whatever. I'm just gonna go out and pretend like we never met today and go on my day.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because although I want to be an advocate for the community all the time, I sometimes also gotta play my cards right and know my space. Because me
Mm,
being the only one in there, this man could do anything
right,
to me, or
right.
these people could do anything
Anything to
to
you.
me
Yeah.
if I decided I don't think this is right. Da-da-da. What is my ass out here telling
Right.
people what they're doing
Right.
is wrong? You know what? I'm just gonna go. Okay, take note of it. Okay, we can't go back over there because they might try to kidnap
Yeah.
us.
Well, be careful. I mean, do you feel okay sharing all of this on the podcast?
Oh
Like, I don't want.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. I'm not.
You're not worried about
I'm,
yourself or anything, because I'm like, these are some powerful people, and like,
no,
you know.
I'm not. I'm not worried about any of them.
Okay. Well, because yeah, I mean, like, right now there are a lot of Republican senators and everything, like, who feel the need to post online. I'm not suicidal. I'm a good swimmer. My car is in good shape. Like they don't, if anything suspicious happens to me because I'm standing up against this, like, please know it was foul play, because of like the level of power that we're
Yeah,
dealing with,
even code words. I learned about like the code words that they were using in the Epstein file. I learned about those early on in my drag career when I used to perform in the arena. Used to go out there and you know about the code words, right? Like for
No.
like kids and stuff. Like when you want to,
Well, it was revealed pizza.
yeah.
It
So
was
like
like,
cheese pizza used to be the code word for child pornography. When a man used to be like, "I want to get a cheese pizza," they'd be like, "That's child pornography." Or like there used to be like sites like this guy told me about like bunnyporn.com. Bunnyporn.com was like a child pornography site, like dark web. When I used to be a
so
performer at
awful.
arena, I remember there was these trans escorts that used to walk the blade, and they would tell me like, it's be careful out here walking home, because I used to walk there home up to back up to AMDA. So I have to go up to like Highland, walk up Highland, and that's
Mm-hmm.
when I first started. That was a very high street. I remember they used to tell me like, if you go right down there on Santa Monica and what? It's after Gower. What's the next main street after Gower?
Melrose? No.
No, that's too far.
Too far. Beverly? No.
No, that's too
That's
far.
even farther.
It's before Normandy. Okay, if you go off on Sunset, you know where the
Uh-huh.
Netflix studios is
Yeah,
in
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
school. They said if you go over there, there used to be like a place for they said over there used to be a place where they used to traffic children.
Mm.
Like men could go traffic children out there. And when I learned that, I thought, oh, this is kind of crazy. And that really opened my eyes into the world of what world I was getting into. Because I've always thought like drag, just being a drag performer. Since I became a drag performer, I kid you not, I have seen everything. I've seen things that people wouldn't even like think existed.
Mm.
But that's a story for another time,
Yeah, I know. I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
we haven't even got to my niche, girl. I'm like,
Oh shit! I was like,
damn. No, but girl, I'm like, this is so like, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's crazy because all of this information is out there.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing that much digging, and here you are telling me all these things like that. Like, shouldn't the FBI and the police like go look into those things?
Also in my long run of learning, like being around, people don't care. People don't care.
That's
People don't care
crazy.
until like it concerns them. Like and I've learned that about a lot of people. If it doesn't concern them, they don't care. That's why I said like earlier when I was talking about I want to start a podcast, because I just want to be able to like release my experiences and bring in people who I know have similar experiences, who've been in those situations.
Yeah.
But yeah, people don't care unless it has a real.
Yeah. Well, let me sneak in my my niche code real quick, because we do have to wrap up quickly.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No,
Oh,
I love it. It's like I'm like I want to just talk to you all day. But like my niche code was that Beyonce has a bob now.
Oh,
like that she announced she's got she's like, she debuted this new bob, and everybody's, you know, hyped up for Renaissance Act 3. They think it's coming because she's dropping all these new photos, and, you know, she's getting back into the ether. She took a break for a minute. You know, she lets us miss her. And then she, you know, she's the queen of that. You know,
she plays the cards.
She plays the cards. She knows not to be out there all the time. She disappears, and then she comes back, and I just love that she came back with this bob, and, you know, it just sent my feed into
that's ballroom. That's how ballroom girls do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they disappear for a minute.
Yeah, you disappear. That's how you transition from, we call it drags, like a drag queen.
Yeah,
who just with a boy who dresses up as a girl for balls, and then they become a femme queen, which is a trans woman. What you do is you walk your drags category. You go away. You bake. You moan. You come back as a woman. So then the people go, oh my God, you're a whole new person, new attitude. Right. Then later on in your transition, you disappear again. You come back. Maybe you got your nose done. Yeah. Or you got, like, you know, your body done. Right. It's just always changing. That's what makes it fresh and hot. Yeah. And that gets people eyeing you.
Yeah, and that's a way to survive what we were talking about earlier, where you're Beyonce one day and you're forgotten the next. It's a way of sustain, because, you know, as we've been talking this whole conversation, a lot of girls get exhausted by the constant reinvention, because they're like spinning their wheel, and they haven't figured out the waves. You know, of like, oh, I'm going to be out there and now I'm going to take a break, which is actually why I'm doing 2 months on, 1 month off with the podcast, because I want people to miss me.
Yeah. You know, and make it be like, oh shit, what happened to Britney? Talk about next. Yeah. And like, oh, did like she get canceled? Like, you know, you make them high. Like,
listen, yeah, gosh, it's coming. Okay, so now we're going to get to our, girls who got away. So this is a 1 minute pitch for somebody that the culture slept on. So we're gonna do 1 minute. 1 minute. Will you time me?
Okay.
So you'll be first, or I'll be first, I guess. And let's see. And so just let me know, like 30 seconds, 15 seconds.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Go.
Okay, my it girl who got away is Fifi Dobson. She was an artist back in like the early aughts with Stacey Orico and JoJo, and she had a song called Everything. She was kind of like a pop punk girly that like was kind of doing the Avril Lavigne thing, and I always wondered about her. She never like took off. I had her on my list, and then my algorithm fed me this video this week of her talking about how she submitted her record to the label, and they thought they didn't pick it up, and she was like, oh, I suck as an artist, I'm not good. And then she heard Miley Cyrus singing one of her songs that got taken from her album, and she heard Selena Gomez, and she reframed it for herself where she was like, oh, like, I'm at 15 seconds, I'm actually talented, I'm actually good. She didn't feel robbed. She spun it for herself, and I listened to her new album, or her album from 2023, and it's actually really good. So go check out Fifi Dobson. She'd be great in the clubs as well.
Turn.
Oh, at one time. There we go.
Thank you. Ate that.
Thank you.
Shit, I'm scared.
Do you know Fifi Dobson?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, yes, I do.
Yeah. I think you would know her if you heard the song. Because everything, yeah. Da,
yeah.
Da, da,
no, I ain't performing it.
Da, da, da. No. That's not your style. But if you're Kitty Crooks, I was like, Kitty Crooks could really nail this number.
I
like
Kitty Crooks.
I love Kitty Crooks. She has like full personality.
Yeah, she gives me very Eartha Kitt.
Yes! Oh my God, that's so... Yes! Oh my gosh, that is so perfect.
She should do that.
Okay, are you ready for your It Girl Who Got Away?
No, I'm scared. Can I have 2 in one pitch?
You what?
Can I have 2 people in one pitch?
I mean...
I could do it in one minute.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, so these are your It Girls.
It Girls.
Who got away, and go.
Okay, my 2 It Girls that got away, and this is because, no shade, not just because it's Black History Month, but because it's Tiana Taylor and Keke Palmer.
Oh, yes.
The reason being is because both are very talented creative directors, artists. They have their own networks. But I feel like for both, they've always done so much in the community, but never have gotten their flowers for all that they do. Tiana Taylor's barely just rising to the scene, you know, where she's been starting a lot of like hit movies that have debuted on Netflix and like everything. But she's been doing that for years. And, she's always been looked at as like, just like the fashion girl and everything. But no shade, Tiana Taylor, it's been her way up. Same thing with Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer has been kicking off ever since, she got really mainstream. Oh, shit. Ever since she got very mainstream in her acting. No shade. I feel like these two are two women that shed light onto the community, and they always get back. And they get their flowers. Boom.
Boom. Time.
I'm so bad at that.
Time. No, that was amazing. Well, I mean, did you see Tiana Taylor won a Golden Globe?
Yes.
For one battle after another. They're like, shit, they're finally giving her flowers for acting, and like, I was so happy to see that for her.
Yeah, because I just feel like Tiana Taylor's just like a lot of people out in the community, relating about the community. Like, they do so much, but they never get that recognition. They do big things, but like, it's like, oh, okay. Especially with the drag queens, like, if they're not a Drag Race girl, people kind of just tend to just pull them to the side unless they've done something that's like viral. But there's so many girls who have been making so many movements, like so many girls who have created so many shows. How much time I have left?
No, you're good. I was gonna say you're one of those girls. I feel like and thank you for coming on the podcast and like sharing your story, and like, you have I love girls with strong opinions. So that's why I was just like so excited to have you on. What projects do you have coming up where we can like check you out, or and where can we follow you online?
You can follow me online on Instagram at Calypso Jeté. CALYPSOJETE, or on Facebook. This year,
Facebook. You're still on Facebook?
Yeah.
Girl, damn.
All my ballroom people are like on Facebook.
Oh, is that where they're at? Okay.
So like a majority of my ballroom people friends are on Facebook, so that's where we like Kiki and stuff at.
So it's the ballroom scene and Gen X.
This year I will be getting back on TikTok too.
You are? Okay, you are gonna get back on.
I actually have some TV projects that I've worked on that will be releasing this year.
Okay. Come on, it girl.
You might be seeing a possible podcast. Now that I found like a studio that's for the community here. Thank you. And
Petty Cash Studios.
Thank you. Petty Cash Studios. Make sure they get your coin. Okay. And I mean, there's so many like balls and pride gigs stuff coming out that I'm like hosting. I'm doing an event at Cal State San Bernardino. This is our second year. I'm doing some workshops for LA Trade Tech, some drag masterclass workshops and everything, where they're going to be doing a huge event coming up. So just look out for those. Also, my birthday is for the community every year, for the TGI community. This year there's a surprise. We're gonna move my birthday celebration Labor Day weekend, where we're gonna have a full weekend of events planned out. So get ready for that. And I just want to also just say, this is just off topic, but on topic at the same time. I just want to say thank you so much, Brittany. I always say this, but thank you so much for creating this space where you allow community to come in here and express themselves and have a voice, because a lot of times they don't get to have a voice. And even though, this might be like small, long run, this is a big thing, because you have the It Girl Awards. Nobody else was like caring about doing that for the community. And you really like took the time out of your day and the money out of your pocket to do something for the community. And if anybody doesn't appreciate it, I am saying I appreciate it, because you didn't have to do that.
Thank you so much.
And I understand.
Thank you.
You could be putting that money towards any other thing you want to do. And thank you to Petty Cat Studios for allowing us to even have this space, because I have worked with other studios and they have been like, time, money, and it's not really for the community; it's more so for their pockets. And just for them having the space to allow you to do this is another great honor. So thank you so much. If anybody tells you it, I'm telling you it.
Thank you, baby. I so appreciate that, because it is. I mean, this is a thankless industry, so I really appreciate you saying that. Of course. Thank you. And Seven's so right about you, just like you appreciate community above everything else. And same for me. I mean, like that's why I do all of this. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be a Rue girl. I don't know if I'll ever do all of that, but I enjoy this so much, like, and forming these bonds with people. So
okay, you're making a difference.
Yeah,
small
absolutely.
steps. You know,
Absolutely.
they threw a brick and they started pride.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I forgot to say subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. Yes. That part. And let us know in the comments, is there anyone that we forgot in the conversation? Because as we all know, when you're an it girl, conversation is currency. We'll see you next week.